It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for our neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty woods, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in this neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Hello, television neighbors. Glad we're back in this television neighborhood again today. See what I brought for you today. I heard you were feeling under the weather postcard here today. The Captain Ron scene selection and the Columbia Pictures scene selection DVDs that you see right here. Now, before we have some make-believe, and before we go back to visit Roger Louisville at our neighborhood bookstore again today, I thought I would sing you a song. You are my friend, you are special, you are my friend, you're special to me, you are the only one like you, my friend. I like you in the daytime, in the nighttime, anytime that you feels the right time for a friendship with me, you see. FRIND, special, you are my friend, you're special to me, there's only one in this wonderful world, you are special. Alright, now I think it's time for some make-believe right now. I'll just get the trolley booklet right now. Trolley booklet. Now we've been pretending that Anna Platypus was scared of her scary book the last time in the neighborhood of make-believe. Handyman Joe Negri, played by my dad, was trying to help her with her fears. And the platypuses were also trying to help her with her fears. So today let's pretend that Handyman Joe Negri is talking to Anna right now about her scary book, and see if Handyman Joe Negri can help her decide if there is an appropriate way to deal with her scary thoughts. So why don't we make believe some more about that now, as the trolley booklet still is on the trolley costume, and goes by the castle garden in the neighborhood of Make Believe. Are you ready to go, Trolley Booklet? Okay. Handyman Joe Negri, I presume?
Yes, Your Highness, it is I, Joe Negri, your favorite local handyman.
I understand that you decided to help Anna with her fears of the scary book from yesterday in the neighborhood of Make Believe.
Well, you are correct, Your Highness.
And tell us, why did you want to help Anna Platypus with her fears?
Oh, because she was miserable. She was crying. She was curled up in a ball. It was just horrible. I felt so badly for her.
And I hear that today you're going to talk to her family about it.
Well, that is correct, because I can't be there all the time, but her family is there all the time. And so they need to know how to calm her down when she gets frightened reading a book.
I think you've done a nifty-galifty of helping Anna Platypus with her fears, Handyman Joe Negri.
Well, thank you, X. Did you talk to her?
I spoke to her yesterday about that very same subject.
Oh, and was she feeling better?
She was a little scared, Handyman Negri.
Still?
Still as sure as can be.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll have to talk with her again.
And we hope to see you tomorrow so that we could talk about her fears again, Trolley Booklet. Goodbye, Trolley Booklet. Well, I wonder what's gonna happen with Anna's fears. Well, we'll have to make believe that tomorrow. But for right now, I think it's time to go back to Roger Louisville's bookshop and see all his same wonderful books. So why don't we just do that right now, and I could show you more of his wonderful books. So come along to Roger Louisville's bookshop. Come along. Roger Louisville, it's so good to see you again.
Victor, welcome back. How are you?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
It's been a long time since our last television visit.
Yeah, I think a whole month. We ran out of water. Makes it hard to have guests to visit when you don't have any water to wash your hands, or drink, or cook with, or bathe with, or, you know, those other unmentionables, numbers 1 and 2.
So yeah, it's good to see you, Mr. Louisville.
Well, it's good to have you back, Victor.
So I hear you got some brand new books in your bookstore to show my television neighbor and I.
Boy, you're well informed. I was just getting ready to put them out on the shelves for my customers. Here's one of my favorites, The Great Mouse Detective. Oh, I love that book. Huh? And, wouldn't you know it, another volume of The Great Mouse Detective. And I told you it was one of my favorites. Another volume of The Great Mouse Detective. Oh, okay, I can't just do The Great Mouse Detective. This is one of my favorite books because it's a children's reading book. Huh? And it's Spot's First Christmas. Oh, it's so much fun. Huh? And then this one, another one of my favorites, Secret of the Peaceful Warrior. Who ever heard of such a thing as a peaceful warrior? I'll bet his secret is really good. Yep. And last but not least, here we have Wowie Kazowie, Surf's Up. Whew! I can hardly wait to put these on the shelves.
So tell me, Roger.
Yes, Victor.
At what age did you start to become a book salesman?
How old was I? Well, I guess it depends on how you define salesman. As a child, when I was only 7 years old, I did open my own bookshop. It was a used bookshop where I put all of the books that I had read over and over and over again, and I would not exactly sell them, but I would trade them with friends who would come in with new books I hadn't read before. And they'd give me one of their books, and I'd give them one of my books. So that wasn't exactly book sales, but it was kind of close. Age 7.
And did you feel like a sort of a happy or sad or angry with your emotional feelings towards reading books to young children?
Well, happy and sad and excited, but never angry. I was happy to get new books from my friends. I was sad to part with my old books because they were like old friends. But I also got to read to the younger kids that came in, those who could not yet read themselves, and that made me very happy.
And as you learn about these books as a child, did you ever think of did you ever like surprise yourself when you first thought about these books?
Oh, almost every time.
As a young boy?
Almost every time. I'd think I'd know where the book was going, and then the author would throw me a curveball and we'd head off in a completely different direction, and I'd be very surprised. But that's the fun and beauty of reading books, is you never quite know what the author has up his or her sleeve.
Now I have just one final question before I have to return to my television home.
Okay?
I suppose when a young child is interested in reading books at a certain age, they get a very happy remark from you, Roger, when they start reading books from the ages of 3, 4, and 10 when they come to your bookstores to for you to teach them all about reading books at a certain age to help them build their minds to learn how to read.
Oh, I'm telling you, Victor, nothing makes me happier than watching a young child, maybe 3 years old, learning how to read. And I just know all of the adventures that is going to open up for them, because they'll be able to read for the rest of their lives and read stories about fantasy and history and politics, and it's so exciting.
Well, once again, I had a terrific visit again at your neighborhood bookstore.
Well, and I had a great visit with you. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. You come back whenever you'd like.
Yeah, and give my love to your wife, Miss Helen, Louisville.
I will tell her you said hello and that you send your love.
And give her a hug for me.
Oh, I'll be happy to do that.
Too.
I will. I'll be happy to do that for sure, because I love hugging my wife. She's one of the best huggers I've ever known. And I hug a lot of people.
All right. Well,
okay, bye-bye.
All right, come along. Let's go back to my place. It isn't Roger the best person you could ever think of. I'm glad I got the chance to show you television neighbors such an incredible man. You know, the more you think about reading television neighbors, the more ideas you can share with one another, and the more you care about others, the more books you are able to love and care for and dream about can give you not only a beautiful feeling, but a heartful feeling too, whenever you dream about books, as well as your thoughts, your inside books, and your peace of mind, as well as your inner thoughts, as well as your inner peaceful human thoughts as you're lucky to get them inside you. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling. A very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you want to talk about. I will too. You always make each day and each week a special one for me. You know how? By just your being you. There's only one person in this whole world that is exactly like you, and that's you. And I love you as exactly as you are. I'll be back tomorrow. Television 1. Goodbye.